I'm going to read the book of Micah. I'm not the greatest reader, but I'm going to read it from the King James Version of the Holy Bible. Be the warning to come. I hope you're ready, kids. I think I'm ready. Okay, here we go. Book of Micah. Capital cities of Israel and Judah is to be destroyed. Okay. The word of the Lord that came to Micah, the Morashite, in the days of Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, which he saw concerning Samaria and Jerusalem. Hear, all ye people, hearken, all earth, and all that therein is, and let the Lord God be witness against you, the Lord from his holy temple. For behold, the Lord cometh forth out of his place, and will come down and tread upon high places of the earth. And the mountains shall be molten under him, and valleys shall be cleft, as wax before the fire, and as the water that are poured down a steep place. For the transgression of Jacob is all this, and for the sins of the house of Israel, what is the transgression of Jacob? Is it not Samaria? And what are the high places of Judah? Are they not Jerusalem? Therefore I will make Samaria as a heap of the field, and as plantings of a vineyard, and I will pour down the stones thereof into the valley, and I will discover the foundations thereof. And all the graven images thereof shall be beaten to pieces, and all the hire thereof shall be burned with fire, and all the idols thereof will I lay desolate. For she gathered it of the hire of an harlot, and they shall return to the hire of an harlot. Alright. Therefore I will wail and howl. I will go stripped and naked. I will make a wailing like the dragons, and mourning as the owls. For her wound is incurable, for it is to come unto Judah. He is come unto the gate of my people, even to Jerusalem. Declare ye, if not at Gath, weep ye not at all in the house of Ephraim, roll thyself into the dust, or in the dust. Pass ye away, thou inhabitant of Sephar, having thy shame naked. The inhabitants of Zidon came not forth in the morning of Bethel. He shall receive of you in his standing, for the inhabitants of Marath waited carefully for good. But evil came down from the Lord unto the gate of Jerusalem. O thou inhabitant of Lachish, bind the chariots on to the swift beast. She is the beginning of the sin to the daughter of Zion, for the transgressions of Israel were found in thee. Therefore shalt thou give presents to Moresheth Gath, the houses of Eshib shall be a lie to the kings of Israel. Yet will I bring on an heir unto thee, O inhabitants of Marshah. He shall come unto Adullam, the glory of Israel. Make thee bald, and poll thee for thy delicate children, and lard thy baldness as the eagle, for they are gone into captivity from thee. Israel's sins are condemned. Chapter 2. Woe to them that devise iniquity, and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they precise it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields, and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Therefore thus saith the Lord, behold, against the family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your neck, neither shall ye go hotly, for this time is evil. In the days shall one take up a parable against you, and lament with a doleful lamentation, and say, we be utterly spoiled. He hath changed the portion of my people. How hath he changed and removed it from me? How hath he removed it from me? Turning away, he hath divided our field. Therefore thou shalt have none that shall cast a cord by lot in the congregation of the Lord. Prophesy ye not. Say they to them that prophesy, they shall not prophesy to them, that they shall not take shame. O thou art named the house of Jacob, in the spirit of the Lord straitened. Are these his doing? Do not my words do good to him that walketh uprightly? Even of late my people is risen up as an enemy. Ye pull off the robe with the garment from them that pass by securely as men averse from war. The women of my people have ye cast out from their pleasant houses, from their children have ye taken away my glory forever. Arise ye, and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. If a man walking in the spirit and falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and strong drink, he shall even be the prophet of this people. Oh, sorry. Okay. Israel will be gathered again, though. All right. I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together as the sheep of Basra, as the flock of the midst of their fold. They shall make great noise by reason of the multitude of men. The breaker is come up before them. They have broken up, and have passed through the gate, and are gone out by it. And their king shall pass before them, and the Lord on the head of them. Israel's sinful leader. Chapter 3. And I said, Hear, I pray to you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel. It is not for you to know judgment. Who hate the good, and who love the evil, and who pluck off their skin from them, off of them, and their flesh from their bones. Off their bones, sorry. Who also eat the flesh of my people, and flay their skin off of them, and they break their bones, and chop them in pieces as for the pot, and as flesh within the cauldron. I'm just sorry, but... Then shall they cry unto the Lord, but he will not hear them. He will even hide his face from them at the time, as they have behaved themselves ill in their doing. Thus says the Lord concerning the prophets that make my people err, that bite with their teeth and cry peace, and he that poureth not into their mouth. They even prepare war against him. Therefore, night shall be unto you, that ye shall not have a vision, and it shall be dark unto you, that ye shall not divine. And the sun shall go down over the prophets, and the day shall be dark over them. Then shall the seers be ashamed, and the diviners confounded. Yea, they shall all cover their lips, for there is no answer of God. But truly, I am full of power by the Spirit of the Lord, and of judgment, and might to declare unto Jacob his transgression, and to Israel his sin. Hear this, I pray you, ye heads of the house of Jacob, and princes of the house of Israel, that abhor judgment, and pervert all equity. They build up Zion with blood, and Jerusalem with iniquity. The head thereof judge for reward, and the priest thereof teach for hire, and the prophet thereof divine for money. Yet will they lean upon the Lord, and say, Is not the Lord among us? None evil can come upon us. Therefore shall Zion for your sake be plowed as a field, and Jerusalem shall become heaps, and the mountains of the house as the high places of the forest. Chapter 4. The Lord will teach the nations. Sorry, this makes me so excited. I don't know why I'm excited, but I'm excited, so my spirit is feeling it. I hope it's a good thing. Alright, I don't even know what chapter 4 is about yet. Okay, here we go. But I just want to mention something. When I was reading chapter 3, I had a huge... Hey, Belly? Belle, come here. Now, I had this huge epiphany in chapter 3 about two brothers, right? And God would like play this image in my head. Two brothers. There've always been two brothers that were fighting. For example, Cain and Abel, right? Ishmael. And this, okay, so all these two brothers. What about David, which comes from Judah, right? Which I believe comes from Abraham, right? But then there's also a David that comes from Jacob. Then there's also a David that comes from Isaac. So, if you think about what's going on with Biden, and they just talked about on the news about his, the uncle, I think said, who was eaten by cannibalism, or attacked by cannibalism. So, yeah. Alright, we're going to go back to chapter 4. I gotta make sure the dollars are in the house. Okay. The Lord will teach the nations. Alright. I don't know why this made me so excited on this chapter. Okay. But in the last days, it shall come to pass. That's right. Okay. And the mountain of the house of Israel shall be established in the top of the mountain, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it. And many nations shall come and say, Come, and let us go up to the mountains of the Lord, and to the house of God of Jacob. and he will teach it of his ways, and he will walk in his path, for the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. Ooh, I like how that rhymed. Wait, well, in my mind it did. It was like a song. But yeah. But they shall sit every man under his vine, and under his fig tree. None shall make them afraid, for the mouth of the Lord of hosts has spoken it. For all people will walk everyone in the name of his God, and will walk in the name of the Lord our God forever and ever. And in that day, that the Lord, will I assemble her that is halted, and I will gather her that is driven out, and her that I have afflicted. And I will make her that is halted and a remnant, and her that was cast far off a strong nation. And the Lord shall reign over them in Mount Zion from henceforth ever, even forever. And thou, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, unto this shall it come, even the first dominion. The kingdom shall come down to the daughter of Jerusalem. Now, why doest thou cry out loud? Is there no king in thee? Is thy counselor perished? For the pangs have taken thee as a woman in travail. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered. There the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies. Now also many nations are gathered against thee, that they let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion. But they know not the thoughts of the Lord, neither understand that they his counsel, for he shall gather them as sheaves into the floor. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thine hoof brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth. Ooh, ooh. Gonna blow that smoke. Okay, alright. Chapter 5, here we go. The birth of Christ. Just so you guys know, I'm not teaching, I'm not doing anything, I'm just reading you the words. I did put an input though of my thought, you know. But yeah. Alright, let's get to chapter 5. There's 3 more to go. Alright. Birth of Christ, chapter 5. Now gather thyself in troops, O daughter of truth. He hath laid siege against us. They shall smite the judge of Israel with a rod upon the cheek. But thou, Bethlehem, Ephrathah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall come forth unto me that is to be ruler in Israel, whose going forth have been from of old, from everlasting. Therefore will he give them up until the time that she which travaileth hath brought forth. Then the remnant of his brethren shall return unto the children of Israel. And he shall stand and feed in the strength of the Lord, in the majesty of the name of the Lord his God, and they shall abide. For now shall he be great unto the end of the earth, and this man shall be the peace. When the Assyrian shall come into our land, and when he shall trend in our palaces, then shall we raise against him 7 shepherds and 8 principal men. Wow, there's 8 principal. Okay, 7 shepherds, 8 principal men. So remember, there will be 7 shepherds and 8 principal men. Okay. Oh, that's what he said. Okay. And they shall waste the land of Assyria with the sword, and the land of Nimrod, and the entrances thereof. Thus shall be delivered us from the Assyrian, when he cometh into our land, and when he treadeth within our borders. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people as the dew from the Lord, and as the shower upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. Or men, I mean. Not man, men. Okay. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people as a lion, among the beasts of the forest as a young lion, among the flocks of sheep, who if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in places, and none can be delivered, or none can deliver. Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. Ooh, we gonna be dancing. Okay. Sorry, I think that's good. Yeah, okay. Alright. And it shall come to pass in that day, that the Lord, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariot. I don't know why, but I'm thinking of England, like Caesar, the Roman Empire. Sorry, I love all the nations, but no buts. It's just, that's what came to my mind. Okay, chariot. And I will cut off the cities of thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds. No more Caesar, oh, we gonna, okay, sorry. Go overseas. Okay. And I will cut off witchcraft out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Oh, no more witchcraft. Okay, sorry. I like that. Okay. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the works of thine hand. No more idolatry. Okay, because what are you going to idolize? God's bringing his kingdom down. You wouldn't, girl, boy, you better. All right. And I will pluck up the groves out of the midst of thee, so I will destroy thy cities. And I will execute vengeance and anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard. Vengeance is the Lord. Oh, vengeance is the Lord. Okay, now we get to chapter 6. Got 2 more chapters. Go. Chapter 6. God's lawsuit against his people. You guys want to hear it too? The dogs are watching me. Yeah, I should have. Well, Angel left, but yeah. Alright, got chapter 6. Hear ye. Oh, I don't like that I said that number twice. 777. Okay. Hear ye now that the Lord saith, arise, contend thou before the mountains, and let the hills hear thy voice. Hear ye, O mountains, the Lord's controversy, and ye strong foundations of the earth, for the Lord has a controversy with his people, and he will plead with Israel. So repent, and God, submit to God, and the devil shall flee. O my people, what have I done unto thee? And wherein have I wearied thee? Testify against me. For I thought thee up out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed thee out of the house of servants, and sent before Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. O my people, remember now that Balak, king of Moab, consulted in the Balaam and son of Beor, and answered him from Shittim unto Gilgal, and that ye may know the righteousness of the Lord. Just all those names. Oof, okay. But ain't got no fear. Even though I walk through the valley of death, I will fear no evil. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me in Jesus' miraculous, matchless name. Amen. Okay. Now we're gonna go back to wherewith shall I come before the Lord and bow myself before the high God? Shall I come before him with burnt offerings without calves of a year old? I think they're talking about the heifer, the red heifer that were being sacrificed into the temple. Okay. Will the Lord be pleased with thousands of rams, or with 10,000 of rivers of oil? Shall I give my firstborn for my transgression, the fruit of my body for the sins of my soul? He has shewed thee, O man, what is good, and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God? The Lord's voice crieth unto the city, and the man of wisdom shall see thy name. Hear ye the rod, and who hath appointed it? Okay. Are there yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and the scant measure that is abominable? Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances, and with the bag of deceitful weight? For the rich men thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongues are deceitful in their mouth. Therefore also will I make thee sick and smitten thee, and making thee desolate because of thy sins. Thou shalt eat, but not be satisfied, and thy casting down shall be in the midst of thee, and thou shalt take hold, but shalt not deliver. And that which thou deliverest will I give up to the sword. Give to the sword. The sword is God's mouth, right? because his mouth is the sword. Like in Revelation, it talks about, okay. Thou shalt sow, but thou shalt not reap. Thou shalt tread the olives, but thou shalt not anoint thee with oil and sweet wine, but shalt not drink wine. For the statutes of Omri are kept in all the works of the house of Ahab, and ye walked in their counsels, that I should make thee a desolation and inhabitant thereof, and hissing, therefore ye shall bear the reproach of my people. Alright, ready for chapter 7. Sorry, I don't know why, but I'm all itchy out here. Kind of itchy. Okay. The people confess their sins. Chapter 7. Woe is me, for I am as when they have gathered the summer fruits at the grape gleaning. I gotta figure out what that means. But yeah, grape gleanings of the vintage. There is no cluster to eat. My soul desired the first ripe fruit. The good man is perished out of the earth. There is none upright among men. They all lie in wait for blood. They hunt every man his brother with a net, that they may do evil with both hands. Earnestly the prince asketh, and the judge asketh for a reward. And the great man, he uttereth his mischievous desires, so they wrap it up. Woo! Talk about Trump here. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Sorry. Alright. The best of them is a briar, and the most upright is sharper than a thorn hedge. The day of thy watchman and thy visitation cometh. Now shall be their perplexity. You won't be perplexed about a lot of things, you guys. But you know what's right. Follow your heart, submit to God, and the devil shall flee. Alright. Trust ye not in a friend. Let no man or woman deceive you. Put ye not confidence in a guide. Stay away from mediums, sorcerers, warlocks, wizards, whatever they call themselves these days. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. Sorry, I have to sneeze. I know. And now it's yours. Okay. For the son dishonoreth the father, the daughter rises up against her mother. The daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's enemy are the men of his own house. Therefore I will look unto the Lord. I will wait for the God of my salvation. My God will hear me. Rejoice not against me, O mine enemy. When I fall, I shall arise. When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me. Amen. I will bear the indignations of the Lord, because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy God? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. In the day that thy walls are to be built, in that day shall the decree be far removed. In that day also he shall come even to thee from Assyria, and from the fortified cities, and from the fortress even to the river, and from sea to sea, and from mountain to mountain. Notwithstanding the land shall be desolate, because of them that dwell therein, for the fruit of their doing. Dubai. Okay. Sorry. God comforts his people. God's people is Israel. And Israel is not the country Israel. Israel is where God's people come out of or go back to. But it's supposed to represent God's people. And that's God's people everywhere, in all nations. They're just a part of Israel and each nation. But yeah. Okay. God comforts his people. Feed thy people with thy rod, and the flock of thine heritage which dwell solitary in the wood in the midst of Carmel. Let them feed in Bashan and Gilead, as in the days of old. According to the days of thy coming out of the land of Egypt, will I shew unto him marvelous things. So you need to stop sending money and this and that to feed the people. What God means by that is tell them about him. Spread the good news. Spread his name. Let them know they have an opportunity. Inside. Go. Go, guys. Inside. Go. Inside. Sorry. Inside, pup. Get inside. Thank you. Alright. Alright. According to the day that thy coming out of the land of Egypt, will I shew unto him marvelous things. Oh, I just read that one. Okay. Almost done, guys. Okay. The nations shall see and be confounded at all their might. They shall lay their hand upon their mouth. Their ears shall be deaf. They shall lick the dust like a serpent. They shall move out of their hold like worms of the earth. They shall be afraid of the Lord our God, and shall fear him because of thee. Who is God like unto thee, that pardoneth iniquity, and passeth by the transgression of the remnant of his heritage? By retaineth not his anger forever, because he delighteth in mercy. God is merciful. God is love. God is kind. Oh, my God is an awesome God, and he reigns. Alright. He will turn again. He will have compassion upon us. He will subdue our iniquities, and thou wilt cast all their sins into the depths of the sea. Thou wilt perform the truth to Jacob, and the mercy to Abraham, which thou hast sworn unto our fathers from the days of old. Well, what happened to Isaac? I guess we'll find out later. But yeah. You gotta remember, if you go back to Joshua, it tells you about what the iniquities of the 3 cornerstones were before it became the 4 cornerstone when Christ came. It was Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob had the well and the water, and like that. And then Isaac, I believe it was like stone, you know, and oh no, Jacob was wood. There we go, with wood, and Isaac was stones. And then Abraham was like gold and silver and this and that. So those were different idols. At the time, they were just little things, and they kind of gravitated because, like, if you go back to like before Joshua, there was Moses, where it explains like the golden calf and the altars and this and that with Aaron and Miriam and all kinds of things. I strongly encourage you to read your Bible. Read your words. God tells you everything that you need to know in here. Stay prayed up. The only way we're going to make it. Submit to God, the devil shall flee. God bless. And thank you for listening. Greatest 27 minutes, right? All right. God bless.